Kurinji Senior Secondary School, CBSE, Namakkal.
Successful result producing school in state every year.
Administered by the Board of Directors with over 35 years of experience in the teaching field.
Special attention on art, craft, music, dance, silambam, yoga, skating and karate.
Focus on Hindi Sabha and Spell Bee Olympiad exams.
Smart class for effective and innovative learning and well-furnished library.
Solitary importance on sports and games in state and national level.
WhatsApp facilities to know activities of students and school inside the campus.
Free bus for LKG to 8th standard.
Free, hygienic and nutritious food.
NEET, JEE, IIT coaching experts from Rajasthan and Andhra Pradesh along with our effective teachers.
Admission registration for classes LKG to +2.
Talent cum scholarship exam will be held on 14/4/2020 and 19/4/2020.
Kurinji Educational Institutions, CBSE and State Board, Namakkal.
Kurinji Educational Institution, Kavetipatti, Namakkal. Admission in progress. CBSE, KG to 12, contact 9025895176. Metric 6 to 12, contact 9344567484. For online admission, log on to www.kurinjischoolnkl.in.
Good morning students. In this session we are going to discuss another parameter, bond parameter, that is called bond energy. Already in my previous session I completed two different type of the parameters. Number one, bond length, and number two, bond angle. I already completed in my previous session. Now the third important bond parameter is the bond energy. So what is the bond energy? You know that two atoms are formed the bond. How much energy is presented or located in the formations of the bond or dissociations of the bond, that information is explained by the bond energy term. So now here bond energy may be defined as in two terms. Number one, bond formation energy. Number two, bond dissociation energy. First of all, what is the bond formation energy? Energy is released when any bond is formed. That is most important. Energy is released when any bond is formed is known as bond formation energy. Here, if two atoms are formed the bond, some energy is released. That energy is called bond formation energy. If the bond is formed in between of the two atoms, energy should be released. That energy is called bond formation energy. One more time, energy is released when any bond is formed is known as the bond formation energy or bond energy. And bond dissociation energy. What is the meaning of bond dissociation energy? Energy is required to dissociate any bond. It's nothing but energy is required to break the bond, or to dissociate any bond is known as the bond dissociation energy. So simply one bond is breaking the bond, energy is required now. That energy is called bond dissociation energy. So energy is required to dissociate any bond is known as the bond dissociation energy. Actually, calculations of released energy is more difficult than the dissociation energy. So most important point, ipo oru bond is formed in between of the two atoms, energy is released, but the calculations of that particular energy calculations is very difficult. That's why, my dear student, calculations of released energy is more difficult than the dissociation energy. So comparing to the dissociation energy, so energy is required to break the bond. So comparing to the dissociation energy, released energy calculation point of view, it's very difficult. That's why here I have clearly mentioned calculations of released energy is more difficult than the dissociation energy. Therefore, dissociation energy of the bond is calculated and is assumed as bond energy or bond formation energy. So, comparing to released energy, dissociation energy, it can easily to calculated. That's why whenever you will calculated the bond energy of bonds, bond energy of the bond, the best way is the dissociation energy. The best way is the dissociation energy. Okay ma? So these are the two different type of the bond energy. Number one, bond formation energy. What is the meaning of bond formation energy? Energy is released when any bond is formed. That is called bond energy, bond formation energy. Bond dissociation energy na, energy is required to break the bond or to dissociate the bond. Clear ma? But comparing to this two one, bond formation energy, bond released energy calculation purpose is very difficult comparing to the bond dissociation energy. Now here case number 1. Now we will discuss case number 1. In diatomic molecule, especially diatomic molecule na, two atoms are form one molecule, that is called diatomic molecule. For example, see here, nitrogen molecule, oxygen molecule, hydrogen molecule and fluorine molecule. Now in case of diatomic molecule, the bond energy is equal to bond dissociation energy. So my dear student, in case of diatomic molecule, especially N2, O2, H2, F2, Br2, I2, they allow a diatomic molecule. In the diatomic molecule, how much energy is required to the formation of the bond? It's equal to how much energy is released. So here bond energy, it's nothing but bond formation energy is equal to bond dissociation energy. Now, two atoms are form one bond. How much amount of energy is required? The same bond dissociation time, how much energy is released? It's similar. That's why bond energy is equal to the bond dissociation energy for diatomic molecule point of view. Diatomic molecule. Now case number 2. For polyatomic molecule na, bond energy, it's almost bond dissociation energy, almost similar to the bond dissociation energy. And now it's a methane gas, it is a methane. Now bond energy is equal to per C hydrogen bond, C single bond hydrogen. Now here carbon to hydrogen bond energy value 99.5 kilocalorie per mole. So theoretically the value of the bond dissociation energy of individual C hydrogen, carbon to hydrogen bonding CH4 as given below. Now here bond dissociation, D stands for dissociation energy. Bond dissociation energy CH3 to H 102 kilocalorie per mole, 102 kilocalorie per mole, and the bond dissociation energy in between of the CH2 to H 105 kilocalorie per mole, and bond dissociation energy CH to H na 108 kilocalorie per mole, and bond dissociation energy carbon to hydrogen na 83 kilocalorie per mole, 83 kilocalorie per mole. So here important thing is bond for in diatomic molecule point of view, bond energy value is equal to bond dissociation energy, but polyatomic molecular point of view, bond energy value is not equal to the bond dissociation energy. It's not equal to the bond dissociation energy. It's a very important point. So now that's why here it is mentioned very clearly, CH3 to H bond 102, CH to H bond 105, CH bond 109, 108 and CH bond 83 kilocalorie. Now these are the bond energy. So there are two different type of the bond energies are there. Number one, bond formation energy and bond dissociation energy. Now we are going to discuss factor affecting the bond energy. What type of the factors are decided to the bond energy? So the following factors most important. The following factors are decided to the bond energy value. Following factors are decided to the bond energy value. So first one is electronegativity. Electronegativity. Number 2, atomic size. Number 3, resonance structure. Number 4, lone pair of electron. Number 5, bond order. Number 6, bond polarity. Number 7, hybridization. So these factors are decided to the bond energy value in case of bond dissociation energy value and bond formation energy value. The first one, electronegativity character, how to decide the bond energy value. So bond energy is directly proportional to the delta electronegativity. It means ஒரு atom electronegativity value increases na bond energy value also increases. Why? Because here electronegativity is nothing but the tendency of accepting the electron towards itself. So now higher electronegativity atom, it's not easily to break the bonds. It's not easily to break the bond. Higher electronegativity atom in between two higher electronegativity atoms to form the bond, the energy is maximum energy is present here. That's why electronegativity character are decided to the bond energy level. Electronegativity character is decided to the bond energy level. That's why bond energy level is directly proportional to the electronegativity of the atom. Now here halogen acids are there. Hydrogen fluoride is a maximum bond energy, and HCl, HBr, HI. Why here hydrogen fluoride is a maximum bond energy na? Comparing to Cl, bromine or iodine, fluorine is the maximum electronegativity. Fluorine is the maximum electronegativity. That's why maximum electronegativity of any atom has maximum bond energy. That's why comparing to out of this four compound, hydrogen fluoride, HCl, HBr, HI, HF is the maximum bond energy because of the fluorine higher electronegativity. So this is the first factor of bond energy, electronegativity. Next one, atomic size. Atomic size is a second factor. It is also to decide the bond energy value. So now here bond energy is inversely proportional to the 1 by atomic size. Atomic size increases na, bond energy value is decreases. Bond energy value increases na, atomic size value is okay ma? A bond energy is inversely proportional to 1 by atomic size. Atomic size increases na, bond energy value decreases. For example, nitrogen triple bond nitrogen, carbon triple bond nitrogen, carbon triple bond carbon. Here out of this three molecule has same bond, 3 bond, triple bond. But atomic number point of view, carbon 6 nitrogen N. Here nitrogen 7 and 7. So that's why, my dear students, atomic size increases na, bond energy value decreases. This is the most important point. But in case of halogen groups, chlorine to chlorine maximum bond energy, and bromine to bromine next, fluorine to fluorine very kammi, iodine to iodine very right now here, why fluorine to fluorine is very low bond energy. So due to higher electron density, that is the most important point. In the fluorine, F2 molecule, especially F2 molecule, that bond energy value comparing to chlorine molecule or bromine molecule, it's very less due to the higher electron density and small size of fluorine atom, repulsions between the electrons of two fluorine atom. Repulsions between the here what happened, two reasons are there. Reason number one, fluorine atoms are very small sized atom, and moreover fluorine higher electronegative atom. In between the fluorine to fluorine, more repulsion forces are there, and ultimately it is a small sizes. That's why, my dear student, due to the higher electron density and small size of fluorine atom, repulsions between electron of the two fluorine atom, that's why it's a weakness of the bond energy level. In case why F2F least bond energy level na, here major reason another higher electron density and small size of fluorine atom, repulsions between the electrons of two fluorine atom. That's why it has shown the weakness of the bond energy comparing to other halogen group. But in case of other examples, see, sulfur to sulfur, it is a maximum bond energy, and next second level oxygen to oxygen, and third level carbon to carbon, and fourth level silicon to silicon, and fifth level germanium to germanium. So these are the other group of the elements: sulfur, oxygen, carbon, silicon and germanium. So ultimately, my dear students, the most important key point na, bond energy is inversely proportional to the 1 by atomic size, or it's nothing but atomic size. Next factor, the third factor is the resonance factor. The third factor is the resonance factor. So resonance factor is also to decided the bond energy level. Resonance factor is also decided to the bond energy level. So bond energy is increases due to the resonance. Ipo resonance character is increases na, bond energy level is also increases. For example, in benzene, bond energy carbon to carbon increases na, due to the p electron of carbon to carbon double bonded. So that the most important point is resonance factor is also to decided the bond energy level. And next fourth one, lone pair of electron. This is also very important ma. Lone pair of the electrons also to decided the bond energy level. So here bond energy is inversely proportional to the 1 by lone pair of the electron. So lone pair of electron increases na, bond energy level is decreases. Lone pair of electrons increases, bond energy level is decreases. Now see here, carbon to carbon there is no any lone pair of electron. So that's why it is a maximum bond energy. But nitrogen to nitrogen, one lone pair of electrons is there. Lone pair of the electrons is there. That's why oxygen, each oxygen atom, two lone pair of electrons are there. That's why comparing to carbon, nitrogen and oxygen, carbon is a maximum bond energy because of there is no any lone pair of electron, but nitrogen oxygen is the very kami bond energy level because they have particular lone pair of electron. Nitrogen is single lone pair of electron, oxygen is lone pair of electron, two lone pair of electron. That's why bond energy level is inversely proportional to the lone pair of electron. And one more important point, size of fluorine and oxygen atoms are small, so their bond energy should be high, but it is actually less due to the lone pair of electron present on fluorine and oxygen atom, which repulse each other in fluorine to fluorine and oxygen to oxygen bonds. Now another important one is the bond order. See bond order also to decided the bond energy factor. Bond order also decided bond energy factor. Here bond energy is directly proportional to electronegativity, and electronegativity is directly proportional to the bond order. So now bond energy is directly proportional to the bond order. For example, here carbon to carbon only single bond is there, so it is 79 kilocalorie, and carbon to carbon double bonds is there 143.3 kilocalories, and carbon to carbon triple bond is there approximately 199 kilocalorie per mole. That's why, my dear student, the most important point is the bond order is directly proportional to the bond energy. And bond polarity is not written here, but listen, bond polarity is also directly proportional to the bond energy. For example, HF bond polarity is maximum comparing to the HI. That's why bond polarity is directly proportional to the bond energy. Okay ma? So these are the bond energy, bond parameter. In my next class we are going to discuss another bond parameter, that is called bond order and resonance structure, characteristics of resonance structures. Okay ma?